Ahora me encuentro en otra parte de Los Ángeles, en el mismo día que hemos entrevistado a la banda Triumph, con uno de los integrantes de Nitzer Ebb. Él es Bon. How are you, Bon?
I'm very well today, thank you very much.
I said right, the name of the band?
Yep, you
Because
did.
there's a few options, right? Nitzer, Nitzer.
Yeah, there's a couple of options, but however you want to say it's fine with us.
Oh,
I
yeah?
don't mind. Yeah, we're easy going about it.
Oh, nice. So, what's going on with the band? I know you're going to play in some countries of Latin America, right?
Yeah, we're on a short tour of the United States up until the end of November, and then beginning of December we go down and we're going to be playing in Lima, Santiago, Buenos Aires, Sao Paulo, Mexico City, and then maybe we go back to Mexico in January to do some more shows.
Oh, nice. So you're going to be twice in Mexico.
I think so.
Do you remember the dates?
I can find them. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay. It's okay. Well, people can find it in the website, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What is the address of the website?
You can go to www.nitzer-ebb.de.
Okay. So, you recently released a new album. How was the response of the fans?
Really good, actually. You know, it had been a long time since we'd released a record. 10, 12 years or something like that. So we decided to go in and do it and kind of keep it really simple and go back to our roots. Go back to basics a little bit. And I think the fans really appreciated that we did that. I think people generally comments that we've had that it's one of our best albums ever. So
nice.
Yeah, so it's good to be able to come back after that amount of time and still have people be into it.
But about the process of production, the songs, the composing, what people can find with the same seal of the band and what they can find different from the other albums.
Well, I think we've all obviously developed a lot as musicians and hopefully as people over those 10 years. So we've got a lot more experience and I think just kind of like a much more sort of focused viewpoint on what we want to do with this band. So I think in terms of new stuff, perhaps there's some things on there that are a little more like songs rather than just pieces of music.
Right.
Much more melody, a little more structure, things like that. And, those are kind of results of just a maturing process. But we still tried to keep some kind of old style, just straight ahead, energy. So there's a little bit of old and there's some experimental ones that are a little newer.
Oh, nice. What is your favorite song from the new album?
Different ones on different days, but I really like Once You Say because I think it's a good mixture of old-fashioned Nitzer Ebb where it's very direct and very energetic and kind of tough, but it's still a really good song. And then there's tracks like I'm Undone and Going Away, which are a little softer, a little more song structured, and I think those ones are kind of a glimpse of some aspects of the future, and they're a little more gentle in some ways, and I think they're really enjoyable to do.
And your favorite song ever?
Of Nitzer Ebb's?
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, there's just so many different ones. I think probably one of my overall favourites is one of Flood's remixes for Hearts and Minds. Like he did several remixes for Hearts and Minds, and all of those are really, really great.
Good. I know you play. You got involved with Alan Wilder before, right? How was the experience? I interviewed him like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, when we were going in to produce the Ebbhead album, we'd just done a series of remixes for an EP before that, and Alan remixed one of them, and we liked what he'd done so much. We asked if he'd be interested in producing the album, which he did, and that was really great. I mean, it's amazing working with him. He's a super talented, super hard-working guy. And then, of course, from that experience, when Alan was doing his Recoil stuff, from working with Douglas, he asked Douglas to sing on some of the Recoil songs.
Yeah, but just Douglas, right? No, you got involved. You didn't got involved.
No, I think, because the way that Al wanted to work with Recoil is, he was doing the music and wanted to have guest singers. So that's how that worked out.
What about the market, the movement of EBM in South America? Do you know something about it?
Well, other than it seems to be really kind of amazingly popular, it's just like every time I go down there, we're surprised at just the sheer amount of people and the numbers. It seems to be like a really, really kind of healthy and vibrant scene, and very much in keeping with the temperament of the people. It's very, very lively and passionate. So it's always a good surprise to go down there, and it seems to fit very well. Every concert we've played down there has been amazing. The last tour that we did down there was fantastic. Every city that we played, like you say, it's just they're so passionate about it that it's so much fun to play.
Visually, there's going to be anything added to the shows and in the tour?
No, we're kind of keeping it fairly simple. It's a continuation of what we've been doing with the Industrial Complex tour, and just the nature of traveling these days, it means you have to keep things pretty compact. So you just do as much as you can with a small setup. But we've always been very kind of physical in our performance.
I know, yeah.
So it's we've never really needed to rely too much on like video or light shows. If you can have them, okay, but we don't. We can generate enough to look at just from ourselves.
Energy.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't need a lot really to put on a show.
Okay, if there's anything else you want to tell your fans, readers back in Latin America?
Well, just to look out for the shows in December. We're super excited to come back down. We always have such a great time, so we hope to see you there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Este es el turno para Douglas, obviamente el otro cantante de Nitzer Ebb. How are you?
I'm good, actually. Yeah, very good. Happy to be playing in LA.
Yeah, because Bon is living here, but you are like coming.
I've lived here on and off. At the moment, I've just moved back, so I've spent the last few days preparing a place to move into. So I've actually been doing painting and
oh yeah,
yeah, and stripping floors, and very domestic.
So you are multi task, right?
Yeah, I would hazard a guess that my singing is better than my home improvement.
Oh.
But we'll see.
What about? I asked Bon a few things. One of the things that I would like to know is how was working with Alan in Recoil. You were part of Recoil.
Yeah, absolutely. Alan is. He's a really amazing musician. Very supportive of other people's ideas. And gracious about experimenting with whatever you want to experiment, and very easy to work with. He's a interesting person to speak to, just to have conversations with. So we're good friends. So it's a very easy thing.
Nice. What about let's say the movement? I know you started in the 80s, right? And I would like to know why like all this electronic music wasn't very commercial in that time, like other like pop music, like Depeche Mode. They were more pop maybe. And
I think what happened was, really to be honest, in our view, we never even thought about the idea of being a commercial success. It was never
like popular, more than commercial.
Yeah, you didn't. It really. All we wanted to do was to be able to play, and back then there wasn't any of the genres that are now or have been subsequently. It was really, there was just mainstream music, and then there was alternative music, and alternative music was electronic, was guitars, was even acoustic. But you just knew you were doing music that it wasn't. the result of it wasn't that you wanted to make a lot of money or be hugely popular, but you wanted to be popular enough to be able to do shows, continue to make music. That was really it.
Right. What about your favorite bands besides yours in the same market and the same?
I mean, certainly an all-time favorite has been Cabaret Voltaire. Really influential on us from the very beginning. And then, of course, other bands that we share a very similar sound, electronic sound, with Deutsche Amerikanische Freundschaft, Abwärts, Einsender Neubauten, Malaria, Killing Joke, Bauhaus even, Theatre of Hate, all these bands that we really were the formation of how we wanted to make music. Public Image Limited, I mean, amazingly big influence on us. And it's still the same, I find that the music I listen to will be The Birthday Party, will be Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, will be Public Image, will be Cabaret Voltaire,
Right.
It's natural for me to still listen to those bands.
Oh, nice. There's anything I'm missing for the readers and fans in Latin America and Spain?
Well, I mean, just to say that we've always enjoyed every time we've been to Latin America and been to Spain. It's always been the best shows, and they still maintain themselves as the best audiences.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.